give me not a thing. So I'm spending 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my, cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these really lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I died. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these really lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. And they'll run it here. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 76 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14th. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
21's the will. Here we go. 1-8.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Prescott now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
46. Gun.
On third down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Switch and 8. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Martinez. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Baby, get him, boy. Hey, 47. Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. A first down throw for Prescott. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Prescott. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On play action, they'll throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A give to Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. Get out.
On second down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throw left side complete. It's Martinez. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why? Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. It's coming now. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, 47. 47. 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
It's coming now. Here we go. 4-8.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 46. Hey, here we go, 4-8. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Here we go, 46. Then we're going to 53. Here we go.
Again, it's to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch, and 8. Here we go, 46, 46.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. 47. 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Right there. Hey, 47. Here we go. Wide eight.
They go to Elliott again. And he spins away. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide eight. Here we go. Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jaron Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go. Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw now on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for one. And this is taken in at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll go to Perine, trying to pound it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Get out. Hey, we're going right there. Here we go. Go right in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here we go. Go right in. Here we go. 47. Gun. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's P. Ryan to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Porter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go 47. Here we go 46.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Evades him at the 10. Room past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 72 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 1-8. 2 go 46. Switch is 8. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And an alley to run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off he might pick up the 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
He's back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
On the counter, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll run it here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And on the ground they go with a running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and